Private equity is one of the last frontiers that has yet to be democratized by ETFs. However, there are some ETFs that come pretty close. Here to discuss is Eric Balchunas, senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg Intelligence. And Eric, this is just so interesting, the idea that you really are not able to play private equity through ETFs. But you have a very interesting idea, microcaps. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah, and I won't take credit for this idea. I've read a couple blog posts in the past few months that are basically making the argument that PE is overrated and you can actually get it through small cap or micro caps is even better. These are companies in early stages of growth. They don't have as much analyst coverage. They have less financial strength. They kind of have a lot of attributes that a private equity investment would have. And so there's actually 4 ETFs that track micro caps. And they're really not that well known. And all the stocks that these things hold aren't in any of the broad market or small cap. They're kind of a hidden area. The 2 big ones, though, that I think people are going to have to choose between is IWC is the iShares. That's the biggest one. Market cap weights, basically the micro caps, right? You're kind of your standard play. It's like the IWM or the IWM of micro caps. FDM, on the other hand, is a smart beta play. You can see from the number of holdings there, it holds only 200 micro caps. It really looks for liquidity and fundamentals and picks them like an active manager. And that's outperformed. The smart beta play has done better. And people who are posting on this are saying that active and smart beta is a better way to do microcaps because there's a lot of more disparity and ways to find value. But we did look, the average active microcap manager, only 30% beat IWC. But FDM, again, is smart beta, and that is winning. So it's a decent choice for people.
Well, speaking of winning, small cap this year is really on a tear, up about 8%. How are these microcaps doing in comparison?
That's the thing. They're having a great year. They're all about 10%. That's leading all the cap sizes.
So even outperforming.
Yeah, and one of the reasons is they're protected from the dollar, right? And they're also benefiting from tax cuts. We have a lot of research on this from our equity team. And so they're really having a nice surge now. That's indifferent to my bigger case on how they can be used in placement of PE. But now, yeah, there's also maybe a reason to look at them based on current trends this year.
So that's microcap. In 20 seconds or less, is there actually an ETF that does mimic private equity?
No, but there's an ETF that holds private equity companies like Blackstone and KKR. That is PSP. Some people like that, but again, that's holding companies that profit from their private equity fees, but isn't exactly private equity. So those are kind of the 2 options you have.
Great investment insights here and ideas. This is really pretty unusual. Thanks for sharing with us, Eric.